So we are going to do some very, what you would consider summery or beachy designs on these. So what I did was, like I said, I have 4 of these pillowcase covers. I'm not going to do both sides, only going to do the front side. And then technically, I guess that would really work for fall. You could probably even do a fall design on the back, but I'm just going to do one side of each of these. So I've got several ink colors pulled out that kind of coordinate with what I already have out there. And I think that will show up well on my pillowcases. And I have pulled several of my transfer stencils to pull from. So there's only a couple of them that are new right now. I have some other ones that are beach or summer designs, but they have words. But I already have something out there that has words on it, so I don't want to compete with it too much. So I was trying to find really some images. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for joining me today. So I pulled this one. This is a new one this year. This is called Palm Tree, of course. So I'm thinking, I could do palm trees on one of them. And I'm not going to do them each the same. I'll tell you that right now, guys. I don't like... I wouldn't want them to all be the same. That would be too boring for me. So I won't do them each the same, but I definitely will do palm trees on one of them. Whether I'll add anything to it, I don't think so. But, you never know. Maybe you guys can help me out with that. So I've got, yes, I know, Teresa. I know. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining us. I know, Teresa. I'm sorry. You told me that on my last live. I couldn't believe that. I'm so sorry. I know it's hard to recover from that. Believe me, I know. I've lost my mom too. It is not easy. It'll get a little bit easier, but it's never quite the same without your mom around, and especially having Mother's Day yesterday. I'm sure that was really tough. My prayers are with you, friend. One of the other designs that's new, that just came out in our Summerbrations catalog, is called Under the Sea. Look at this cute mermaid. The shell's okay. That's not my favorite kind of shell. I actually have a rug that I just got that kind of has that shell in it. It's not my favorite kind of shell, but I definitely am going to be using the mermaid tail because I think that's going to be pretty. So we'll use that. Then I pulled out some of my other older designs. Some of these may be in my special section, which is kind of like a clearance section. Can't stay long. No problem. No problem. Thanks for stopping in. The replay is always available. No problem, my friend. This is one from last year, and it's called Geometric Ocean Prints. And so we've got some fish, we've got the waves, and of course we've got some starfish. So really, we could either add this to a couple other of these other designs, which I may do, or it could even just stand on its own. I wouldn't necessarily do all of them like that, but you could just pull those elements and kind of repeat it. Ooh, I really enunciated that one. Then one more that I had, I'm thinking about. Like I said, I have some words out there already. It says My Happy Place. But you guys, the only reason I'm considering this one, I love this. It says Catch the Wave. I may have to do it anyway. It's because this is almost the exact same font as what's already on the, it's actually a towel, but I'm using it kind of like a throw. And it's the same font. So I may have to use that one because, that's just too fun. This design is actually from last year. Once a year, Chocolate Tour. By the way, my name is Susan. Welcome. I don't even think I said that. My name is Susan. This is So Inspired Designs because SEW is my initials, and my name is Susan, and I'm so thankful you're here. I'm so sorry. I got ahead of myself. You guys, I'm out of practice and way out of practice. Sorry about that. But I am also a designer with an independent designer with Chocolate Tour, and every year we do a convention for designers where we see new product coming out. We learn new things. It's just a creative outlet also, but it's just a great way to meet other people that, we don't get to meet or see. We haven't done it in person for a couple years, but we always do a virtual one if we are not doing in person because, 2020 kind of threw everything for a loop. So we've only done it one in person, I think, since 2020. So last year's theme, we still had a theme. We just have all online learning and presentations and award shows and all of that kind of stuff. But last year's theme was called Catch the Wave. And they sent us this. Oh, would you like to know my weather?
With a high of 74 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 69 degrees.
Okay, there you go. Now you know the weather in my area for tomorrow. We're going to have thunderstorms and high of 70 something and low of 60 something. So there you go. Now you know. She does that. I have it set up to do that every day, and it just does it at whatever, about this time, I guess. I didn't set the time. It just does it. So it tells me what it's going to be the next day. I don't know if you know, you could do that with your, you know who. I'm not going to say her name because she's going to think I'm talking about her. But we always have a theme. We've had a theme in the past, and we usually get like a, what they call it, swag bag. And that was it last year. So we made our own shirts to wear to the, online virtual meetings using this design last year. So I may use that just because the font matches so great. And then this one is also another old one. I did a project with this on one of my shadow boxes a couple years ago, and it's just so fun because I also put lights on the inside of it, and it was just really a neat little look. I don't think I will use the Hello Summer, but I might use the sunglasses with the palm trees on the inside. We may use that on one of these pillows. So I'm just trying to pull everything until I can start working with it and see how I feel. Another oldie but goodie. This one is from 2018. You guys, this was way before me. I just like the crab. I'm originally from Maryland, and of course we are known for crabs. So for blue crabs. So I may have to at least put a crab on there. Maybe even that little knot I could use on something. It obviously has some lobster stuff on there too, but I probably won't use the lobsters for this. My son loves lobster, but it just doesn't have as much of a meaning for me. So, and then last but not least is this one. Oh, I love this one. This one is called Sunkissed, and I've used a couple of these on projects, but I love this little design here. It reminds me of, I'm going to tell my age, it reminds me of Ocean Pacific, OP. I grew up about 30 miles away from the beach area, and OP was a very popular brand in our area, and I don't even know if they're still out there nowadays, to be honest with you guys. But I love that design, so I may put that there. And like I said, it's got all these fun words on it, but I don't know how much words I'm going to do because I don't want to compete with what else is going out there. But I love transfers like this because you can just do so many things. So I'm probably going to need your help a little bit, guys. So those are the designs that I pulled to try to work with. And the colors that I have chosen, let me show you some colors. These kind of go along with what I have going on out there. And I have chosen, I don't know that this one will show up at all. So look, it's almost the same color. This is our Couture Coral. So it probably is not going to show up. So I'm going to have to nix that one. I just pulled them. These are the ink colors that I have. I pulled them and I'm like, oh, I'll just see what it looks like next to my, to the pillowcases. I also pulled just Meadow Green because there is a little green out there, but I'll be honest with you guys. It's more of a, it's not really the meadow. It's more of the sage green. I might have to go back and get my eucalyptus green because I'm not sure that green's going to work. I also pulled Tide because that's a gorgeous teal color. May or may not go with it. Yellow. I grabbed some yellow because I do have a pillow out there that's yellow, and there's yellow in the design of the throw that I have out there. I pulled my Couture Coral. Teal. Sorry. I still have a tickle, y'all. So we may use that together, like maybe on the mermaid. We might use that. I probably should pull my silver. And then there is the white. So I feel like I don't have enough colors out here, and I'm not sure how many I'm going to do. I may get some of them set up and just do one or two and then pop off, and I'll finish the rest of them afterwards if I get y'all's help. But one more thing that I grabbed was this is our Chalkology ink that is color changing. It came out in, oh my gosh, when did it come out? I want to say it was earlier this year. I don't remember what month. It was our color of the month. Thank you, Donna. Good luck with your mom's meeting, with your meeting with your moms, people. It is color changing ink. So I know I used it in February for my daughters, or the end of January. So I feel like it came out maybe in January. It's color changing ink. It's UV activated. So it kind of goes on like a shadow. You can't barely see. But then when it gets UV light on it, then it changes to this yellow color or this gorgeous blue color called Sky. So I think we're going to use that a little bit too, just for some fun. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I can't decide for sure, but we're going to get working on it. I'm going to go grab those other two. I'm going to grab my silver and my other green, and I will be right back. So here, I'll just give you my little screen up there. You can watch my, oh, look, that's a perfect scene right there. Look at that. There's your pier and ocean scene right there you can check out. While I grab my other two colors. And I think the reason I didn't see the colors, the silver, to bring that was because there was another packet over top of it of the color changing ink. So I'm going to bring this green. This is eucalyptus. We might be able to use that. And then here's like a green that I mixed up together, like the dark green and the white together. Created my own. Got a couple little spatulas. Here's my silver. And I also grabbed orange. Okay. Hi, Giacinta. How are you? All right, let me put you guys back down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, perfect. How is your Monday going, you guys? Let me know. Let me know what's going on with you in the comments. Okay, first things first, these are ink mats. They usually come in a really big sheet. It's actually this and one of these together. Like those two pieces together, that's how big it is. It comes, and I cut them up so that I can work them into some smaller areas, like smaller surfaces like this. So that's why they look like that. But these are sticky. Some of these aren't as sticky as the other one just because they, I cleaned them wrong the first time I used them. But I use an ink mat because I want to make sure that the ink does not bleed through to the backside. And if it's sticky, which it's supposed to be, then it also holds my material in place. And as you can see, I have not ironed this material. I have just pulled it right off the pillows. And I guess it got wrinkly, or maybe I didn't run. I thought I usually run stuff through the dryer before I use it, but it's gotten wrinkly. So usually the fact that this is sticky will help me smooth out any problems with it. So this is a pretty big pillowcase. It's not huge. They're like the 16 by 16s, and I got these off of Amazon, you guys. We have pillowcases available in my online shop, but they're the canvas, that creamy canvas color, and I wanted a pop of color. So you can actually even dye those, but that's just a little bit too much work for me. The ones that are in my shop, that's just a little too much work for me. So, and these are like a cotton material, which is what I like. So I'm trying to think, if we use the palm trees on this one, if we make it kind of like we could make it kind of like a scene. I suppose I could put the little, that's supposed to be waves, but we could kind of imagine it as sand, maybe. And then I have to decide, maybe we put the sunshine on there too and make it kind of a little scene. Take that off of there, and I will have to cut this transfer because I haven't used it yet. So I do, you see there's some score, I call them score marks. Hey, Linda. They, it's just the silk screen area right in between, like the designs that you can use it to cut. And I keep the back all in one sheet, you guys. So let me just, I forgot to bring my marker out here. I usually mark the front and the back of my sheet. So I might have to go over here and grab. I don't have it, I didn't pull my whole cart out here like I did the other week when I was doing them out here. So I hope that if you're a mom, you had a good Mother's Day yesterday. I know we can't always be with all of our kiddos. I only got to see my son and my grandson yesterday on actual Mother's Day, but I traveled to see them, and then last week I traveled to see my daughter. So you know, that's my life now as an empty nester. I have to travel to go see them. Hey, girl. All right, so. That's just, this one, they haven't been used yet. You know, this is brand new. This one I got last year. Who knows? I might have even gotten it like at the end of the season. I don't know. And I just ran out of time to be able to use it because we were in the middle of moving to all 3 kids last year and us at the end of the summer. So I probably just ran out of time. I'm going to go ahead and cut these since I'm not sure what I'm going to be using. But it's all right. That's the cool thing about these transfers is they don't go bad and they're reusable. So, and they're self-adhesive. So I just love that. I can use multiple ones to, and if I see one I really like, I get it. I don't wait because it may or may not come back next year. We always have new designs come out. So they don't always, you know, we don't always have them all. So let's see here. What shall we do? What shall we do? Thinking. Okay, got those. Let me grab a pen, a marker. So I can mark the front and back. I like to do that of my transfers because once I get done with it, I'm going to show you how to wash one of them. Once I get done with it, I wash it and I usually dry it and put it back on the backer sheet. So I like to mark the front and back so I know what's what. And I like to be able to put them back where they go on the actual sheet. So I usually write something on the back to help me with that. And I make a little dot on the front of it because our transfers are very translucent. And that way you know what's the front part and what's the back part. All right. And I will be, I'm not sure if it'll be this week. It may end up being next week. But I will be doing I've been promising you guys for a couple weeks. I mentioned it the last time I did a live. I am going to be doing some 101, chalking 101 classes. And I'll probably do them on YouTube and put a link to it over here for you guys to be able to see it. But I will be doing that soon. I'm not sure if I'll be able to start the first one this week or not. We'll see how my week goes. So I do have quite a few things I need to get done this week. And believe it or not, I have to travel again tomorrow afternoon. So I will only have a limited amount of time here tomorrow at the house. So I'm trying to make sure that's in the middle where I want to place it. And obviously, since this is a zipper, you know, it's going to kind of round and round and round. So I'm really going to try to focus my design in the middle, and I keep moving that over and I'm still not getting it all the way in the middle. I could have folded it in half to find out where the middle was in the pillowcase, of course, but that would have been like too scientific, I think. That would have been too exact. I never do things exact. All right. So here's what I'm thinking with this one. What I'm thinking, because I do want to use these a little bit. I think it would be super fun to use them a little bit. I'm thinking we could put the palm trees here in the middle. Now, because I am inking these and I am using them on a textile, I do not need to fuzz them. I want them to be as sticky as they are going to be. So I will not fuzz them. I will take them right off of the, there's my fur baby right there. I will take them right off the backer sheet and put it directly on. As you can see, it's self-adhesive, it's sticky. All right, so I'm going to put these guys kind of in the middle. And I'm going to try to make them straight. Try to have them straight. So I want this to be the focus. I may actually do a repeating pattern. I might do them and then move them over and do them again. Let's see, I'm going to be off. You guys, I may have to use a bigger, let's stick this under it just in case, under the one I've already got in there holding it in place, just in case. That way I can do kind of like a repeating pattern of the palm trees. So I'm going to put them kind of in the middle, and I'm thinking we're going to do those in one of these greens. I'm going to open this up and take a look at it. And then what I can do afterwards, after we've done the palm trees, what I can do is I could do the sun in the color changing yellow ink up here. So it'll only come out during when the sun's hitting it. And then I could do the waves in the color changing ink down here. What do you guys think of that? Is that too much going on? Or do you think I should just do the sunshine and the palm trees? What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know what you think in comments. I don't think I have anything else in there. Let's see. What do you guys think? Definitely going to do the sunshine. Let me know what you think with the waves. Yeah, you like that idea with the waves? All right, let's see. I'm going to put my sunshine. I'm going to make it kind of angled. I like it. Okay. So yes to the waves, we say? Yeah? Okay. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and get the waves on there. And that'll help me kind of line up my, I think it'll help me line up my, I'm going to put it like this, and then once I pull that other off, just to have an idea. I'm going to roll it over, so I don't want it in the way. I'm going to try to have the waves come up and touch the bottom of the palm trees, so I'm going to kind of roll it over. But I want to use it as a semi-guide to help me figure out what's, where to place the palm trees. So I'm just going to kind of leave it there. I'm not going to press it down. Hey, Barb. Hey, Kathy. How are you, ladies? Okay, let's see what this looks like. I'm going to see if this is going to work or not. I haven't used it in a while, and I created my own color. Oh, my gosh. Well, that's a new one. Oh, I don't have my gripper. You guys, I've never had one grab a hold like that. What did I do? Oh, there we go. Woo, goodness. All right, it definitely needs some water. I'll get my distilled water. So this is a color I created on my own. I like it because it's kind of a bright green. Color changing ink is going to be fabulous. Yeah. Can't steal my pillow, girl. Thank you. You love my shirt? I made one like this for Barb. Barb bought one in purple. I bet hers looks fabulous in green, but this is the first time you're wearing mine, Barb. All right, so I'm going to need to stir it a little bit because it looks like it just needed a little bit of something to help it mix. So what I did with this one is I had a little tiny bit of white ink left in this container, and I wanted to create my own new color of green. So I added some of my meadow ink to it, and this is what I have. So now I have more of a brighter green because we don't have every color in ink. We have a lot of colors in ink, but we don't have every color in ink. So I might not have needed to add as much as I did to it, but it'll be all right. Just to make sure it was nicely mixed up. Okay, I'm gonna grab a squeegee, one of our mini squeegees. Yes, you can add a little bit of water. You would do the same thing, and you work Friday. Yes, yes, yes. I bet it looked great. I'm glad you got to wear yours too, Barb. Yes, you can. If ink, sometimes it'll get a little dried out too, Kathy. If it does, you can add a little bit of distilled water. Only use distilled water because remember, you don't want to use tap water in any of your paints or inks or chalk paste because you could have mold grow because, you know, there's impurities in there. Now, I don't have to do it very often with ink because it usually stays much more fluid than chalk paste does. But if you have chalk paste like I do, I've had some for 2.5 years. I've been with chalk for 3 years. So I don't know if I have any that are 3 years old, but I can still use it if I can reconstitute it a little bit. I'm so glad you got compliments on it. Okay, I know that palm trees are not like the base isn't going to be. I do have some copper in the other room, but I'm not going to go to that length, okay? So we're just going to do all of the palm tree in green. And this is ink, so you want to be careful that you only get it where you want it, because if you get it somewhere else, I mean, like I came really close to the edge there. That's why I'm telling you guys that. If you, oh, you know what? I need to put that down so y'all can see a little bit better. If you get it on your fabric, it will make a stain. Now, there are some tricks that I've heard of that will help get them out, but it's better to just kind of go slow and be careful. And the fact that it's ink, you can move a little slower. You don't have to worry about it drying in your silk screen, so you don't have to rush yourself. I've got a weird shadow coming on my transfer from my light. Oh, now I stared at my light and I blinded myself. So I'm having a hard time telling whether or not I got the ink where I wanted it. But yes, and you can also, like I said, you can mix ink colors to make your own. Now, if you don't have an old container like this, like I said, this only had a little bit of white left in it. So I didn't mind, and I have a brand new white. I didn't mind adding the green to it and letting it live in that container. But if you were, let's say you don't have one that's almost out and you wanted to mix a couple colors together to make it a certain shade, just get you an airtight container. I have bought them at Hobby Lobby before, and I know Amazon has them too. But you just want something that's going to make it airtight once you create your color. Okay. And also, because I'm working with ink, I'm going to pull it right off of here and move it over and do the next little section. And I'm going to try to be very careful. I did not, y'all, it's like I'm an amateur here today. I did not grab a wet wipe. So thankfully I'm right here by the kitchen, so I can grab a wet paper towel in case I get any on my fingers. I want to make sure. Do you see him? Do you see him? Let's see. You can see him, Barb. I've got you guys up on the counter. There he is. There he is. And I don't know where Tammy is tonight. I haven't seen Tammy much because I've been traveling so much. So I have not seen her. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this up real quick and be careful. But look, can you guys see it? I love that color. Oh, yes, that's going to go nicely. I'm looking out at my porch right now. It's going to go so nicely. And I'm going to put this right beside it. I'm going to try to be careful because it's got ink on it. But I want to do a repeating pattern because I want a little tiny bit of, and that one palm tree there is still wet that I'm putting it right next to. So I want to try to be careful and hopefully get it straight. Hopefully. Now I'm checking my fingers to make sure I didn't get any on me. And I'm going to slide this my other ink mat that's under here, and slide it over a little bit because I don't want to go off the edge over there. Now let me see. Oh, it's definitely not straight. Let me straighten that up a little bit. Okay, now that I have that straight and where I want it, I'm going to take the back side of my squeegee with nothing on it. I will tell her hi. Thank you for sprinkling, Linda. I will absolutely tell her hi. She is due for surgery this week, so on Wednesday. So if you think of her, say a special little prayer for her. I have not had any time to spend with her. I'm going to hopefully see her Wednesday. Between my traveling. All right. So I just pushed that down with the back side of the squeegee. Okay. And now I'm just going to really quick go ahead and put my other palm tree design. get a chance, I may pop by there and say hey to her tomorrow just for a minute. I know last time when she was supposed to have surgery, the whole week she was so busy because there was all this stuff she had to get done, pre-op stuff she had to get done, appointments right before she went in, and then they changed it. So I don't know if she has that going on this week too. Mondays are her day to work. Actually, that's probably where, I don't know if she's working today or not. She was supposed to be off, but that was when she originally thought she was having her surgery. But Monday's her day that she works, so she may be at work. She may have changed that. So she had to push her surgery back 2 weeks. Well, she didn't. The doctors did. So she's probably at work. That's probably where she is. Mondays are her work day. Not after this week, though. She will be in recuperation mode for quite a while. All right, I think I have that all covered. So I am going to gently pull it back. If I've missed any, I'll fill it back in. Oh, I did. Just being with my daughter. It was short, but just being able to be with her was so lovely. It's been a while. I haven't been to the mountains for a long time, since August. All right, let's see. And anytime I get to do anything with her, my heart's happy. Any of my kids. Okay, that one, I think it's supposed to be that way, that palm tree. So there we go. We've got our little palm tree design. Can you guys see that? Isn't that fun? I like that color. Okay, I'm gonna put my transfer over here, and I'm gonna show you guys this before I move on. And that'll kind of give this a chance to dry. I didn't bring out my blow dryer either, you guys, so I wasn't thinking about that. I might have to go run and get that. We'll see. I'm definitely gonna do the sunshine first, but if it's not, I wanna make sure this is dry before I put my waves down. And it looks like I went off my transfer a little bit down here at the bottom, but right here with some green, but I think, thank you. I think I have ink in my fingernail, under my fingernail, you guys, so I'm trying to make sure I get it off so I don't get it anywhere else. Okay. I'm going to show you how to clean a transfer because I haven't really shown you guys that in quite a while. So I have my transfer here on one of these like dish drying mats. Let me put it over here for you guys can see better. One of these like Dollar Tree dish drying mats, and I'm just going to spray. Now I can spray regular tap water. I just don't want to ever put regular tap water in my paste or my inks. Okay. But when you are working with ink, you want to clean your transfer as soon as possible after you use it, because if you don't get the chalk paste cleaned right away, you can usually work it out and get it out of there. But ink is a whole different story. If it gets in there, it's permanent, and you don't want to ruin your transfer, because I'm sure I'm going to want to do another design with this of some kind, and I don't want to ruin it. So if I don't clean the ink, it can dry right in my silk screen, and then I won't have that wonderful detail. I mean, look at the details. I won't have all the details and images and stuff that I want. So I spray it with some regular water, and then I just take a paper towel and clean it off to get the most of the ink off. Okay, now remember though, that is ink, so be careful if you're getting it on your fingers. Again, if I was not doing this live, I would be taking this to my sink, taking cool water, running it all over it, and getting all the excess ink off. I wouldn't use a paper towel. I would run it under water first, and then I would take a board eraser. This is just a part of one. Then I would take a board eraser after it was all wet, and I would clean both the front and back of the transfer. This just gets any more remaining ink or chalk paste, if you were using chalk paste, off of your transfer. Okay, I just cut one in half. It comes in a big circle, and it's usually a little thicker. And they're super inexpensive. They come in a pack of 2, and they are lifesavers. They're called a board eraser because we originally made them to go with our chalkboard surfaces to clean them. But I use them for my transfers 100 times more than I do, because I don't always use a chalkboard surface. So they are a handy dandy tool to have. Now, once I have cleaned it, I just let it set and air dry. It is ready now to be put back on the backer sheet, because all of it's clean and be able to be used. If I used a darker pigmented ink or chalk paste, sometimes it'll leave a little bit of a stain on the vinyl, but as long as your silk screen is clear like that, you're good. I'm just gonna let this set over here to the side and dry. And then I'll put it back on the backer sheet. But if you wanted to, you could take a paper towel really quickly and dry the back. Okay, just wanted to give you a little 101. Okay, so next, we're gonna take this cool ink, this disappearing ink. Well, it's not disappearing ink, it's invisible ink. And it will only get activated if the UV light, not just a light like a light bulb, it has to be a UV light hits it, okay? So I am gonna take this. I have used this packet before and done a project with it. And I have all of this left in here. I can feel a bunch is still in here. So all I do is take a piece of tape. Now this is just like Scotch tape, but you can also use, hey Renee, you can also use duct tape if you want, and you put it on the edge and fold it over to make it airtight. That's the whole idea, is to make it airtight. And when I cut mine, I only cut a small part of it, and I usually cut it at the bottom. That way you always have your color, because you know, it might be yellow, but it might be a different yellow. We do have several different color packets, not ink, but maybe if it was Bumblebee, you know, and you might not be able to tell if you had cut off any of the words. So I usually cut along the bottom. And then now that I'm ready to reopen it, I'm just going to cut another spot, okay, another little section that I can squeeze it out of. And hopefully I got that up there enough. Hopefully I did. And I am going to squeeze some of it out into one of these little trays, okay? And it will tell you that you should knead your stuff first. Usually you do that before you open it. And that just means that it, like, you kind of squeeze in the packet a little bit while it's inside of it. But let's see, hopefully, did I even cut it enough to get some out? And you don't need a lot, guys. You start with less because you can't put it back in this container, but you can certainly get more out. But as you can see, that comes out white, but I can see a hint of yellow in it. I can. I just saw a little tiny hint of yellow in it for some reason. I don't know why. I'm probably going to use this for one of the designs on one of the other pillows. So I am going to not close it back up yet. And even though what I just squirted out was more than what I definitely needed, and it wants to keep coming, so I'm trying not to waste it. I try not to waste mine. I'm frugal with my stuff, just as you would be. But I don't know if there's a way to get it back down in there. It's all right here at the edge. I may just have to lean it and see if it'll. But now I have all kinds of, I have this cool ink on here. So when I go to put it on, you'll see what it looks like, but it won't be activated until the sun comes. Well, the sun's not coming out tomorrow because Alexa just told us we're having thunderstorms tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do this whole design. And you guys, with the ink, a little goes a long way. As you can see, it's sliding right across there. And to you, it might not even look like I'm covering it, but it is. So I'm just getting these little sunbeams right now, right? Let me get over here carefully. Right on the edge. Right there. Ooh. Right on the edge. Be careful. There we go. On the edge. And it really just kind of looks like, it's not even like it's going on white. It's almost like it's just a little bit of a shadow. So I'm going to pull a little bit more off my tray. And these are the fun, I mean, whoever created these types of inks, they're the bomb. I remember when I first saw these, I think it was like in the islands. We were on an anniversary trip about 10 years ago, and I saw these color changing things, and I'm like, what? And I loved it, and of course got it for the kids because I'm thinking, what kid wouldn't love that? I loved it, and I'm not even a kid, but I do tend to like a lot of things that the kids like, so that's not surprising. But they, you know, it was the t-shirts, and then now it's evolved to nail polish and earrings and jewelry and bags and, you know, everything. So I just think this is super fun and it's unexpected. So this would be great on a kid's shirt too. Kids design, or if you have something for the beach or the pool. So that's all it needed. I'm going to leave that over here in case I need it more. Again, I'm checking my fingers because it's ink. Sitting with your mom. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I hope your mom's doing all right. Do you never open a package? How long would it be good for? I don't know. I imagine a pretty good long time. I would think at least a year, Barb. I don't know if it tells you that or not. I've had some for a very long time. As long as the air doesn't get to it, it usually holds up pretty good. I don't think they guarantee more than a year, but it's not to say it wouldn't be able to be reconstituted. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off, the sunshine off. I don't think I'm gonna use the sunshine again, but I am gonna go ahead and spray it and wash it. But can you see it's kind of coming off a little bit white, almost like a really like sheer white, but that will dry basically kind of clear. And then it will, I was just thinking I probably need another one for the blue. It will be yellow when the sun hits it, okay? I'm gonna go grab the dryer real quick and another little tray just because I'm afraid I'm gonna get my blue. I'm not gonna be able to tell which one's blue and which one's yellow. So let me spray my transfer real quick. And let's see, grab another paper towel. In case I decide to use this again, I'm just going to wipe this off really quick. That way I know my ink won't dry in it. And I'm just going to leave it on here and we'll just see if I need to use it again. I don't think I probably will, but I'll just do it right quick. That way we're good in the event we need it. And I'm going to let it sit here and dry. That way if I do need it, it'll be ready to go. So bear with me just a moment. You can watch our buddy Zero and beautiful TV. Well, I get the blow dryer and a little tray. Sorry guys, I thought I was prepared. He's worn out. He is worn out. Okay. All right. It's plugged in. That way I can just be sure I'm not going to smear my ink because ink does take longer to dry. With your ink, you're going to let it dry for either air dry for 24 hours at least, or you want to take a blow dryer to it. But before you heat set it, you will want to heat set it so it'll be permanent. But before you do that, you want to make sure it's completely dry, always. Okay? And in my VIP group, I do have a tip and trick section. You can look under the features, or you can even search in that group for how to heat set ink, or heat set a design, anything. Because I've done, I usually only show, I don't remember if I've ever done a video showing how to heat set a mug, if you ink on a mug or something. I don't think I've shown that. But I just want to make sure this is dry down here. Pretty dry. It doesn't have to be 100% dry. So, before I put my waves. Now I do want to be careful because I don't want to melt my vinyl. You really shouldn't use a blow dryer next to your transfers because you can melt the vinyl. I don't want to do that. So I'm probably going to pull it away now. I was using this kind of as a basis to show me where to place my palm trees. And see, this is going to be just a little simple design, you guys. It's not going to be, it doesn't have to be anything flashy or fancy. It's just going to be something fun for me because the pillowcases are a little too boring. And then I know when I look out there at it that I made it. All right, let me see which side I want to have. I think I want those. Well, that kind of looks more like sand. All right, we're going to do it all in blue because I don't have the dune color, which is like the color of sand for, we'll just pretend it's high tide. I'm telling my story. I don't know if you guys do that, but I tell stories when I'm doing my, I'm gonna pull this out of here. I tell stories when I'm making my projects. This is telling a little story right here. So we're just going to pretend the sand is being covered because it's high tide and the beach is all the way up to the palm trees. The water's all the way up to the palm trees. That's what's going to happen in my little world. This is Susan's make-believe world. Okay, here we go. So now I have that there. Now again, I'm going to use a color changing ink. I'm going to use the blue this time. And I'm going to push some of it up like I didn't do in the last one so that it doesn't want to come out so much. I'm just kind of squeezing it a little bit to make sure it's kind of mixed and pigmenting or whatever is all mixed together. And we're just going to do the color changing on this one too. And then I'm going to cut the end off here. Let's see if I got an opening. Sometimes you cut it and it's not into it enough to where the opening is. I think I got it that time. Let's see. Yeah, I think I see an opening. So I tried to cut up past the tape. There we go. I'm going to squeeze a little bit out on this tray, hopefully less than I squeezed the other one. But it might be fun to put a little bit of the UV color changing ink on each one of the designs, you know? Might be fun to do something with that. If I can think of it. If I can think of how what would be fun. Okay. Probably got too much there too, but it's okay. So now I need a new squeegee. And we're going to do our, let me get a small one. We're going to do our waves, you guys. Hi, Pat. How are you? Thanks for joining us, guys. If you're new, be sure to tell me where you're watching from. My name is Susan, and I am in coastal North Carolina. I'm almost to the South Carolina border. A hop, skip, and a jump from the South Carolina border. And of course, I love the beach and beach decor. I live about 5 minutes away from the beach. I'm a beach gal through and through. So this is my dream, living my dream right now. And I am just upcycling a couple, if you just hopped on, I'm just upcycling a couple colorful, but plain designed pillow covers. I need more of this one, guys, because it's a bigger design. From Amazon with some of my transfer stencils and ink because I want it to be permanent. So these are going to be out on my covered porch. It's a covered porch, but still. I could use chalk paste if it was always going to be decorative, but if I have to throw these in the washer for any reason, let's see, I get a little mildew out there because it's so hot and humid in North Carolina. Look how much more I need here. You guys, I need more. Or if, you know, somebody's eating out there and gets food on it, or for whatever reason it needs washing, I can wash it after I've heat set it because then I don't have to worry about my design coming off. But if it was just a decorative pillow somewhere, I could use chalk paste. But I love using ink. I was afraid of ink to begin with. I did not ever dream I was going to use ink when I first started with chalk couture. And I finally decided to bite the bullet a couple months after I signed on with the company. I'm like, well, I can just try it. I'll just get one. And that was back before we had these single packets, because now we sell quite a few of our inks in single packets. That was before when you had to buy a jar. And I'm like, well, let me just pick one color that I think I'll use. And I'll try it. I don't know why I was so afraid of it. It wasn't like it was going to be the end of the world, but it just intimidated me. And after I tried it the first time, I was hooked. And I didn't even try it like on a practice piece, guys. I didn't even try it like something that didn't matter whether it worked out or not. I was like, nope, that's me. I didn't think it all the way through. I just went for it. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then I did. And thankfully it turned out. And there's been no looking back, because then I realized I could make my own t-shirts, my own pillows, my own any kind of bag or anything I wanted to put. I have upcycled dress shirts and jean jackets and jeans and coffee mugs, you name it, plates. I mean, I have done all different kind of things with ink ever since then. So I'm so glad that I did not let it intimidate me, that I tried it. So I'm just trying to make sure I keep it on the transfer, because it is ink. If it gets off of the transfer, then it can stain it. So that's all. You can see, you can't tell that's blue, but it will be blue when the UV light hits it. So I may have to wait a couple days to take a picture of it with the UV light, but that's what it looks like, guys. Look, see how it's the top, the sun is in the yellow and the bottom's in the blue. It just kind of looks like that white design. So I'm going to go ahead and spray some water on this real quick on my transfer, and we're going to set this aside. I'm going to go ahead and take my backer sheet out. The backer sheet is self-adhesive. It's sticky as well, but it's so that the ink doesn't try to go through, depending on your material. Some materials it doesn't. Like that one, I can see it a little bit, but not a lot. But it's so the ink doesn't go through to the back of your design, but also this is sticky, so it holds your design in place. So I'm just going to set that one right there. And I'm going to let that dry at least 24 hours, and then I'll heat set it. I am going to take this wet paper towel, just make sure there's no wet ink on there. I don't see it on there, but sometimes it does, just to make sure. And we'll do one more, and then I think I'll let you guys go. I'm a little slow moving because I haven't been on for a while. And I appreciate you guys hanging with me after I took a whole week to travel. Okay. So again, I'm going to take my paper towel and just take off the top layer of ink. This is just my quick way of doing a clean. I would normally clean these in the sink. Thank you, Barb. And I am using just tap water to clean it and a board eraser. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Kathy. But I really appreciate you guys hanging with me. I try to keep you all involved in what I'm doing in my life and to let you know that I'm still hanging out, I'm still around. I just could not do any, and reception up in the mountains isn't the best. There was times when I would try to do stories, and it would take me all day to get it to load. It just, even on Wi-Fi, I could not get good signal. So I'm just cleaning this now with a board eraser, just to make sure it's all clean and no ink dries in it. And I'm going to let them sit there and dry. So let's just see. Let's go on to one more. See if we can find one more design. Let's see. Set that one over here. And I'll have to be careful with it because I didn't use the blow dryer it on. Oh, I'm not apologizing for spending time with my family. You are right, Barb. I will never do that because that's definitely the most important thing to me. And it was worth it. All the hours that I had to drive to see them. Because I know none of them could come to me for Mother's Day. So, and I haven't seen my daughter since January 1st or 2nd. I think it might have been 2nd. I don't know. But anyway, hadn't seen her. So, and I had to go see my little buddy's soccer game. I had to see him play soccer at least once. So, and then I got to see my son. That was nice. And then, so I've seen all of them within the last 2 weeks. That makes my heart, this mama heart happy. My first year being an empty nester, you know, at all the different holidays. So we started in October with that, with Halloween, and we've been going from there. Getting used to it, but I didn't mind traveling to see them. They're worth it. But I do hate that I can't, you know, do anything with you guys. I don't want you guys to think I've disappeared. But it takes a lot of work to maintain a page. I'm just checking that I did. Thank you, Barb. Me too. I was just checking to make sure I am keeping the zipper part down because I consider that the bottom. I'm going to put, you know, whatever design I put on here, we're going to put that at the bottom. So now, guys, I'm thinking maybe, I'm not going to use the word Hello Summer because I don't want it to compete, and I may, you know, it may or may not be summer when this is out. Like right now it's spring, technically, even though it feels like summer here. So I think I might use the sunglasses with this one. I could use the sunglasses. What else could I use with it? I think it needs something else besides just the sunglasses. So what I could do on this one, I do love this, guys. I just cannot decide. It doesn't get easier, I bet. I know. Every day you get to see them. And you got them right close by too, Linda. I know. It's for sure. I do love this, and it does match. Do you guys want to see me do this one, or do you want me to see me to do something with the sunglasses? What I'm thinking with the sunglasses that I could do is I could do the sunglasses in one color. I can dry it, and then I can use one of the color changing inks for the palm trees, because it's a layered transfer. This is a layered transfer. For the palm trees that will go over top of it. So they will only, no, wait a minute, let me think. Oh, wait a minute, let me think how it works. That with that on top. Yeah, I can use a color changing ink on this, so it only shows up when the sun hits. So would you guys rather see me do that one, or do you think I should do this one? Or the other option is a crab. I think I'll do it that way. A crab, and maybe I would do the crab with, I could just do it with the rope, like the rope under it, or I could put crab co underneath it. The sunglasses would be cool. You want to see the sunglasses? All right, let's do the sunglasses. It's so hard, you guys. There's always so many cool ideas. You can just sit here and play and play and play and play. You like to catch the wave? I'll definitely do that one next, guys. That one is not going to take very long. All right, now with the sunglasses, oh gosh, I forgot, guys. Well, I'm going to do them all. It's just I don't want to do them all on video because you'll be bored to death. I definitely am going to do the mermaid tail, and I'm thinking with the mermaid tail, I don't know, I might have to do the water with the mermaid tail. I might have to do the water with the mermaid tail again. Or maybe I do the fish with the mermaid tail. I'm just trying to decide if I should add anything else with the sunglasses, or just have the sunglasses on their own. What do you guys think? Should I put something else with the sunglasses? I could put starfish, or I could put, I don't know, I could put sun-kissed, the word sun-kissed under it. What do you guys think with the sunglasses? I'm going to go with the sunglasses first, since that was the first I saw. But what do you guys think? Should I put something else with the sunglasses? I could do the sun again. I don't want to be too redundant. I could do the sun again. Or I could do, there's this one, it says walking on sunshine. I could put that at the top of the one where the sunglasses is going to be. What do y'all think? I'm going to do the sunglasses first. Pull that aside. Now this one has a ton of silk screen, as you can see. And I am not going to do them exactly straight. I'm going to kind of turn them on an angle a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to put it about that far down, I think. What do you guys think? Maybe the walking on sunshine or sun-kissed? You like sun-kissed under it? You want it under the sunglasses? Do this and do sun-kissed under it? Yeah? I don't remember which one I said which. All right, so the sunglasses, we'll put them up here and do sun-kissed underneath it. Is that what we're saying? Okay, I see Donna says yes. Yes, yes, yes. What about you, Linda? Is that you yes too? All right. So I'm going to do the sunglasses. All right, guys, help me pick a color. I can do this. Ooh, I could do the sunglasses in silver. Uh-oh, we got walking on sunshine too. Walking on sunshine. Which other one I could do walking on sunshine? All right, I need a tiebreaker. Sun-kissed or walking on sunshine. I could do the sunglasses in silver, and then I could do the palm trees in the blue. I think in the color. So we got two for walking on sunshine. I'm afraid to put both of those. I'm afraid to put sun-kissed and walking on sunshine. I think I gotta just do one. Either one. Okay, we'll do walking on sunshine. Let's see. So what do you guys think about the blue on the silver? The color changing blue on the silver, or should I do the color changing yellow on the silver? Go. Go. I love it. Okay, let's get the silver. There's silver on here. See this silver, Kathy, I don't know if you're still on there. It's starting to get a little thick to me. I've had it probably a long time, although I love silver. I feel like this is my second one I've had. But if it feels like it's getting too thick, that's when you add a little bit of distilled water to it, because if it gets too thick, it doesn't like to go through your silk screen. With the ink, it's a little bit different consistency than the chalk paste. Chalk paste should be like frosting, like a whipped frosting, or yogurt, or, like that kind of consistency. But with ink, it's a little thinner than that. It feels a little thinner than that. But you don't want it so thin that it feels like it's going to run. If you get too much water, like the blue on there, I kind of like the blue idea too. If you get too much water in your chalk paste or your ink, if you've added some distilled water to thin it out and you feel like, oh man, I got too much, because I did that my very first time I ever did it. Add a little bit and then wait and stir it and see if that works. And if not, add a little more. But if you get it too thick, all you need to do is let it sit for a little while with the lid off or out with the air hitting it for it to thicken up. And that'll solve your problem. But it's the same thing as like squeezing it out of the containers. A little bit at a time. You can always add more. You can't undo it once you've done. Just trying to concentrate so I don't get off the edge of my transfer. But I want to make sure I have everything covered. And then I go back over it just to kind of make sure I don't have any like lines. So probably what I'll do, since I feel like this is a little thicker, is I'll just put a little Sprite in there before I put the lid on. And that way the next time when I go to use it, it will be, your white irises bloomed. Ooh, I bet those are pretty, Barb. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and take that off. I think we need some more. So when I just pulled that back and I could see that the silver was not, like this doesn't have distressing on it. And I could see that the silver was not covered completely. So I'm just laying it back down and then I'm working the direction of the area that I haven't pulled back off yet. And I'm applying some more ink. So what that means is maybe my ink was a little too thick and didn't get through there where I wanted it to. So that's what I'm checking. So I'm gonna pull it back again. And now I've got better coverage because it's not been on there long enough to dry. But because my ink maybe was too thick, that's why that happened. And I'm not gonna stress over it too much, you guys. If it's not perfect, it's okay. It's homemade. It's still mine. I still love it. Just gonna try to do my best. It's all you can do. Is do your best. Wish you had the dark purple ones. Oh, those are beautiful. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Barb, they were all over up in the mountains. All the rhododendrons were bloomed so beautifully because, of course, they love the mountain soil. But there was a ton, and she's near the college that their colors, where she goes to college is, she's near it. And their color is dark purple and yellow. So they had all of the purple. There was so many purple irises all over the place. And in her yard, she has some. They're just beautiful. I love them. All right, guys, so here we go. It's not 100% perfect, but I'm just gonna roll with it because I still think it's fun. All right, pull that off. It'll be all right. Spray my transfer. I'm not gonna wash it this time. I'm just gonna let it sit. That's what I usually do with you guys when I'm not, when I'm doing a live. I don't have any irises, and I wish I had some of the purple ones too. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit while I pull out the Walking on Sunshine. Hi, buddy. What you doing? And I have not used that one before, so I need to cut it. I need to be careful though, because that is wet. Cut this real quick. This design was, I think it was last year. I have a fun project to do with that little, that design there too. That I'm going to show you guys probably this week. I am going to do some patriotic designs, I promise you guys. I just can't seem to get into it yet. I'm just not ready to transition into them yet. I know everybody else is doing them. I don't have a bunch that I'm going to do, but I do have a few that I'll do with you guys, but I'm just not ready. I don't do a ton. I don't go all out with the patriotic decor, so. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this one in a color. Since I'm going to do the color changing thing on here, I'm going to go ahead and do this one in a color. And I'm going to go ahead and pull my yellow, the bumblebee, instead of just doing the disappearing ink or the, what do they call it? Color changing. I want to keep calling it disappearing. It's not disappearing ink, it's color changing. I'm going to go ahead and do this one in yellow so it's on there. And this is bumblebee. So it's a true yellow, very yellow. Okay, pretty simple. And I put my lids back on my ink just like I do my paints as soon as I get done, just to make sure, because I don't want them to dry out. So you guys see how that's on there? I know I'm kind of upside down for you guys. You don't do it upside down. Look at that. Bam. Bam. Perfect. There's my palm tree. I'm going to go ahead and put that back on here, so I have more room on my little thing over here. Just put it right back on the backer sheet. It's dry now. I have the ceiling fan going behind me, so. It was warm here today. I don't know what it got up to, but it was warm. It's humid, a little bit humid with the cloud cover. I feel like I barely have seen any. It was a beautiful day yesterday. I feel like I've barely seen any sunshine this past week. Have you guys had that too? Hey, there's my friend Tammy. Barb, there's Tammy. I told her, I said, you don't know where she is. And then I remembered, I thought it's Monday. She probably went ahead and worked since she didn't have her surgery. Okay, we're going to dry the sunglasses so we can do the other design on there. I don't really have to worry about this one because I'm not doing anything else up on here, but because I'm doing a layer, I want to make sure this is dry so it doesn't pull my ink back off or smear it. Your horn finally also, yay, Donna! You didn't work. Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah, I told Barb. She asked me. I said, Barb, I haven't seen her because I've been traveling and I really haven't talked to her in I don't know, she might be working since her surgery got rescheduled. But I said, I know you also usually, the other week you had a bunch of appointments right before, so I wasn't sure. Dry a little bit more. So while I'm drying that, I'll kind of show again the first one we did. So this one, see if I can do it. The bottom's probably still a little wet, but this is color changing ink up here with the sunshine. I'll turn yellow. And then that's color changing ink in blue. Oh, I know you are. I know you are. I don't blame you. I mean, messing around with your neck. But that's our first design. And I just coming up with all these ideas. I probably could do more than 4, but I only have 4. We're only going to do 4. I just got to figure out which one's going to do it. So I don't want to do both sides. All right, see, that's dry enough. We'll just see. Hopefully it will be dry enough. And if not, it's wherever the palm trees are going to be, you know, picking up. Got ink all over here. I want to make sure. You know, there's going to be something over top of it, so hopefully that won't be a problem. Okay, so I'm going to grab this is the blue color changing ink, even though right now it looks like it's a different color, but that's the blue one. And let me grab my little reflection. I think that's going to be super fun. Yes, amen. That's right, Barb. It's going to be fine. It's going to be good. She's got some good doctors, so that's what matters. All right, so, sorry guys, that's my dryer. Put these kind of down the bottom. And I'm just going to move slowly. And I'm going to use my blue. I'm going to need more blue, I bet. We're going to get a little more blue out. I mean, I could do them. You guys, I could add the blue and the green together. Should I add a little blue and the green together? The blue and the yellow together and make it green. That would make it green color changing. Should I do that, guys? That sounds fun because I have yellow out and blue out. Why don't we do that? What do you think, guys? Are you down for that? They are palm trees after all. How about we do that? Since I have this yellow out too already. I don't know if I'll do, like I said, I may or may not do color changing on each one. Let's do it. Because we can. Let's do it. Thank you. Yes, these are pillow covers that I had out on the back porch, and I decided they needed a little bit of upcycling. So I'm just adding some designs to them. I like to experiment a little bit, so we'll try making it green. I promise I'll report back to you once we get sunshine. Oh, I might have to make some more green because I don't know if that's going to be enough. All right. To me, it almost is like they should have done it the other way around. Like the palm trees should be in the silkscreen and the rest of the glasses should have been in the vinyl. It's kind of my thinking, but hey, I'm not a illustrator, so. Okay, I didn't need more. That was it. All right, I still got a little green left. And I got ink on my hands. Oh, I know. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Thank you so much, Donna. Okay, here we go. Ta-da. Okay, so right now it kind of looks funky. I know, it looks funky. It's okay. It's okay. I need to make some room over here. Hang on, guys, for my ones that need water. I'll show you what it looks like. So, see it on there? Pretty neat, huh? That's right. That's right, Barb. I mean, that's right, Tammy. Okay, so does that look like that has enough on there? I might wait and see. Does it look like it have enough on there? Look, it's reflecting just like real sunglasses. So when the ink dries and the sunshine hits it, I don't know. Do you guys let me know if you think it needs anything else on here? We'll go ahead and set that one aside. And we'll do one more. I still have another one after that, but we'll just do one more together since I've kept you on here a long time. We'll do one more of the Catch the Wave, and you guys can help me with the colors on that one. And then I'll figure out the last one on my own. I don't know. I keep thinking the crab, and I love the mermaid. I don't know. I can do another project with the mermaid. I don't have to use the mermaid. But I love this too. I love this too. Want to see the Catch the Wave? Shall we do the Catch the Wave? Yeah. Might not use that one. Yeah, it's much warmer here, Barb, than Indiana, girlfriend. All right, let's do Catch the Wave. I gotta find my t-shirt that I made last year with this. A fun t-shirt with this. What's the crab and the mermaid? Oh, they're so cute. I'll show you. I'm probably gonna do that on one of the other pillows. I'll show you. They're fabulous. The mermaid might be a little small for the pillow. I might need to just do a different project with it, but that's the mermaid. Isn't that awesome? And I can just see that all shimmery and shiny. Oh yeah, the baked goods and some I know. Well, the only shimmer I have is the silver, guys, because that's the only shimmer besides gold or shimmer copper that comes in ink. Hey, Jeannie, how are you, my friend? And there's no other shimmers in ink. They need to make some more shimmer inks. But yeah, so, and then here's the crab. How fun the crab is. Isn't that awesome? Yes, I know. I know. We need shimmer inks. Hopefully they'll come out with one. I know a lot of people have been talking to, a lot of designers have been talking to them about inks, more inks. But they got to make sure they're selling what they have, I guess is what they tell us. All right, I'm going to flip this around so I can make sure it's straight. Thanks for hanging out with me, gals. This is so fun. I've missed y'all. All right, so should we do silver on the way? We could do silver and blue. I could do, let me think. We got Tide. Oh, you guys, this might, what color should we do this Catch the Wave in? I could do it Hot Mess. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Susan, my squirrel. Yes, I know, that's true. That's way too far. I don't blame you there either, sister. Yeah, you don't want to have to leave her behind. Okay, I could do Hot Mess on this one, y'all. How about the blues? I could throw green in here too, but I could use these two blues. Should I throw eucalyptus in here with it too? I mean, that looks like mermaid to me right there, y'all. Or do I do it with, I could do yellow, orange, and white. I mean, this one is screaming mermaid colors to me, but which colors? Blues or blue and green or orange and yellow. I can do Hot Mess technique on this, guys. That'll make it go super quick. What you think? Yeah, it's really hard, no shimmers. You like the blues? I got one vote for blue. What do you guys think? I've got green and yellow going on right now and silver. You like the blues. Who else? Anybody else have a vote? What you think, guys? You think the orange would be? Oh, I'm sure that, Barb, I know. So we're all saying blues? All right, let's go for the blues. I know. Why don't we have a shimmer everything, Linda? Why don't we have a shimmer everything? Okay, so I need to wipe this off. It's got ink on it, but I'm going to use this to put some of the colors out. I might even use the squeegee that has, all right. Might even, oh, you guys, every time I open this, I'm like, I think I have a single packet, but I'm like, every time I open this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get more. You know, I love this. It's my favorite color. And I'm like, why do I not have more? Why have I let it get so low? And I can't remember. I don't think I have a full one of the ink. We're going to just see whatever's left over for the bottom. I'm not going to do as much green, but I will put a little bit of green in here. Wipe those off. Guess what? I'm going to throw a little silver on top of the green. Maybe we'll get a little tiny bit. I know purple would, but I feel like it wouldn't go with what I got going on out in the porch. But purple would look fabulous on this, you're right. Purple looks fabulous on everything. I didn't bring any of my purples out because I knew they wouldn't work. I think I'm going to put a little bit of silver too. To try to just pick up a little bit of shimmer. And then Tide will be our anchor color, our deeper color. I love doing this stuff because you really can't mess it up when you do. I'm running low on Tide too, y'all. You can't mess it up when you're doing hot mess because it's just going to be what it's going to be. All right, let's just see what happens. So we don't want to, I know I probably have wasted a ton of ink on here. I'm always afraid I won't have enough. So I usually waste it, but you don't want to over blend it. You want to cover everything, but you don't want to over blend it. Look at all that goodness. Because if you press too hard and you blend too hard, then you create a new color. And that's not my goal. And now I'm doing a little sneaky thing. Grabbing some of my, whatever my color changing. Pull it down here. Pull off any extra. So like I said, I know I've wasted some, but it's okay. It's going to be fabulous, I think. Are we ready? Let me see here. Is this shirt Susan made me? No, she didn't get to see it. I took a picture and I forgot to post it. I made her this same shirt in a purple. Let me see. What does it say? Oh, what did you... Let's see. Unless you do it. Oh, Donna, it would be perfect. Yes. I'll have to post a picture. I don't know why I didn't post a picture. Because I took a picture of it to send to her, and it came off more pink. It looked purple in person, though, didn't you think, Barb? All right, are we ready to see what happened? Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I need to press harder. I need to press harder, y'all. Hang on. Didn't press hard enough. Some color. It should show it all. I probably didn't do it hard enough since I was trying not to blend it. So I'm going to go one more time over it without hopefully mixing the colors, but pushing it through the silk screen a little bit more. Let's see, because I just pulled off a bunch off there when I did that. Are we ready? I feel like that needs some more. So I'm just pulling it back slowly in case I need to lay it down and add a little more, like there. That needs some more. Well, I don't know about the green. I'm not seeing a whole lot of green in here, y'all, but I like the blues. The green didn't really pick up. I think it blended into it. Created a different color. Maybe a hint of a little bit of green. It's my fault I'm having to redo this more is because I didn't press hard enough because I didn't want to mix the colors. And I don't mind a little bit of like some, like on that top of that W. It's not terrible, but I want, for the most part, I want covered. Oh, my wave. I need more of my wave. Definitely need my wave. All right, that should be good. Oh, y'all, oh, it did not. Oh, it's the silver messing up. Okay, do you see? I got some down here, y'all. So now I got to try my trick. The silver area right here, it's not going through. I might need to take a Q-tip to it. So I got some here. I guess it's from the transfer. So the trick is you got to get alcohol and a Q-tip and try to clean it up. And that's what I'm going to have to do. There we go. Ta-da! Ta-da! Not too bad. I am going to have to try to clean it up though. I don't want to mess with it until I'm ready to get the alcohol on it because I'll just smear it more. But I don't think everybody's going to be worried about that. Isn't that cool? I don't see the green, guys. Hey, Margie, how are you? Yeah, you're right. Tammy does need a purple one like yours. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right, guys, I'm going to have to get to that. So what I'll do is I'll get rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip, and I'm going to try to clean that ink off there. That supposedly is the trick. So 1, 2, 3. Pretty cool? All right, so I have one more that I'm going to do. You guys can vote. You can tell me whether you think I should do the sun with sun-kissed. The sun with sun-kissed. You can vote in comments, and I'll see what your comments are, and then I'll do it based on that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. All right, so either the sun with the word sun-kissed, or the mermaid tail with something, maybe the waves, or the crab on the last one. So let me know in comments. You guys answer in comments, even if I've gone out and or if you're checking it on the replay. Let me know in comments which one you think I should do next. I'm gonna go clean up my messes, but thanks for letting me come on and share this idea with you guys. It was so fun. It was something I needed to do. And I thought, okay, maybe that'll help me get back into the flow of creating, because I feel like I am like, the longer you don't create, the harder it is to get doing it. Oh, I got 3 crabs. I got a mermaid. Girls, I'm going to do the mermaid on something. If I don't do the mermaid on this, I'll have to figure it out what, because I need some shimmer. I may have to do the mermaid in chalk paste on something. I could even do it on the window. I could, but I probably won't, because I need shimmer in the mermaid, but I can't really do a lot of shimmer on the with the inks, because I don't have the shimmery ink. So I may have to do the mermaid. I'm trying to think what I could do it on. I may have to do the mermaid on something else. And you know, another idea that can be, I just was thinking about when I'm thinking about how else could I do the mermaid, even with this, like the crab. So if I wanted to, I could do this crab. I have red. I actually have that coral color too. You guys know that, but I have the red. I could do it in blue, because we have blue crabs up in Maryland. So I could do it in the blue, but I could do the crab even on a piece of fabric and cut it out and attach it to a pillow. I could do that too, just so y'all know. That's something else you could do with some of the designs. I'm trying to do it directly on it, but you could definitely do that as well. So yeah, we'll see what I get. I'm gonna have to do a little brainstorming on that last one. So I'll work on that over the next couple days and see what I can come up with. Okay. But thanks for coming on and creating with me. Let me creative with you guys and share my ideas. It's so much more fun to craft with friends. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me and joining me and giving me your suggestions. I hope this inspired you. And as always, until I see you next time, please be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. All right, guys. Bye.